Previously on Digimon Tri-Cup.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I can delete up to 2. I can't target the brigade, but I will kill the High Commandra. We're going to be trashing 2.
Okay.
And I unsuspend from the Ragnar Lord's effect, and this is an attempt to swing for a game.
Yep, we have to block. If I don't
Fair
die.
enough. So that's all the extension I'm allowed to do. I reboot from Ultras, and you go to 3 regardless. Pass turn to you.
Draw, Digi, draw. Defense.
Ooh, yes! Starting off strong after coming back on vacation. With that, we are officially 1 point ahead of Kyle. I'm not sure we're gonna be able to keep the lead this time, but I'm definitely gonna keep up the pressure. I'm feeling really good about that win. That vacation really did a good job of resetting my mentality for the Digimon Tri-Cup, huh? I feel fresh. I feel liberated. I'm feeling the wings of rebellion. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It is time to bring out the birds. Now, for those of you who aren't aware, the birds deck was officially revealed in BT11, focusing around Akiho Rindo, which is about searching red vaccines in the top 4 cards of your deck, and as well as giving any of your birds rush, with the boss monster herself being the Phoenixmon, having the effect where, whenever security is removed, we get to activate one of its deletion effects, and it has one of its own on-deletion effects being able to play a bird from your hand that is 3k DP or less, but for every red tamer we have on the board, we can increase that threshold by 2k. So ideally, we're going to be wanting to spread a whole bunch of tamers on the board, but unfortunately, there weren't many good tamers to go around. We did get a new support card in BT13 with Chrissy Damon, as well as the new Garudamon, allowing us to warp Digivolve as well as get some recursion in the deck, which the deck really needed, but it just wasn't enough, and that takes us to our new cards from BT15. Starting us off with the Sora, having the effect of being a memory setter, which is the deck really needed, and having the very nifty ability of alt turns. Whenever a red Digimon is returned to our hand, we can bounce this tamer to allow us to play a bird with 13k DP or less, but for every security card that our opponent owns, that threshold gets decreased by 2k. So if they're at full security, we can only bring out a 3k, but as we slowly dwindle them down, we're going to be able to bring out even bigger bodies. But how does the deck going to be able to bounce stuff back to its hand? Well, that leads us to our next broken card, being the Twin Wings of Love, having the effect of we may play a red tamer from our hand for free, and as long as we have a Sora on the field, we get to return any of our birds from our trash back to our hand, fulfilling the Sora condition on its own. But that is not the only card that bounces stuff back to our hand. We also have the new Yokomon. The new Yokomon just having the effect of on deletion, we get to return a bird from our trash back into our hand. So even if we just had a rookie on this stack, we could just swing with it, and if it dies in security, we just get that rookie right back. So as you can see, this deck is looking to have plenty of recursion, which will hopefully make it so that it never runs out of its pieces. And that leads us to the brand new support card of the new Biomon. Having the effect of start of main phase, we can discard a card from our hand, which could be obviously recur later, to look at the top 4 cards of our deck and get any red card from among them into our hand. So not only is this card able to look for any cards that we are missing, it can also grab option cards or tamers that we are missing as well. Now I believe with the Chrissy Damon package from BT13, we will not have to use that many level 4s in this deck. And that is especially true because now we have the new Garudamon Ace. Garudamon Ace having the on play or when Digivolve, we get to play a red tamer from our hand for free, and then all turns whenever a tamer is played, we get to kill a blocker in the field. Not often will that second effect result, but we just like the ability of playing a tamer for free, because now we have both Garudamons being able to play the Chrissy Damon that we bounce back right away. But that's not the only card that can play tamers for free. We also have the brand new Phoenixmon, and this Phoenixmon is the perfect thing to call out off of the old Phoenixmon. Having the effect of on play or on deletion, we get to delete one of our opponent's Digimon with the lowest DP if they have 3 or fewer security, but if they have 4 or more security, we just trash one outright. And also has the ability of when Digivolving, it can just play a tamer. So even if we're forced to evolve into this card, it's not so bad. So because with all this warping and being able to play out these big bodies for potentially free, it frees up a lot of space to fit all these tamers in. But we still need to at least run one type of level 4 in this deck, and I think the best level 4 that's going to be help carrying us to victory is the Promo Saberjamon. God knows when we'll get it in English, but the new Promo Saberjamon is still very good, having the effect of Raid and Retaliation, 2 very simple yet powerful effects, and having an inheritable being able to recover anything from our trash whenever it gets deleted. I'm hoping that with all this recursion going on, that the bird strategy should be able to continuously poke at Kyle's security, and then eventually overwhelm them with the amount of free bodies with rush we can get from the old Phoenixmon. Is this competitively viable in BT15? Who knows? Let's go find out.
So guys, we didn't win the last one, but I figured it's time to bring in another 7 Demon Lord deck, and we're going to give it another shot with Leviamon. So Leviamon X Antibody is something that we weren't expecting right away at BT15, but it's a great card to see. So let's talk about the deck in general. As you know, there was some restrictions that created some issues that affected this deck a little bit. You know, Gabumon restricted and the Eismon restricted changes up the deck's strategy, so we just switch over to just being Garurumon X Antibody through and through. That is our main focus, and that's how we're going to play the deck. So Complete engine of Gabu, Gabumon X, Garurumon X antibody, and Garurumon from the starter deck, just because they draw a bunch of cards and, you know, do their shenanigans. We want at least a total of 3 X antibodies because we can, and it's just straight up what we're going to be playing. You know, you have Sayokomon here that is basically for each of your opponent's Digimon, draw a card, then trash 1 card in your hand. Really solid just to be able to spam out, even on a Myotismon Ace turn. That basically we burst Digievolution and then basically play it to draw a bunch of cards. We can set up that way. And he is a blocker, so he's really solid that way. And then we have like Octomon basically producing a Fushimimon token on their side. That is the gold. Then we can blow it up later. And then we have Waro and Dragomon being very useful. Waro will punish our opponent if they play Digimon by their effects. They'll put an on-deletion effect until the end of your opponent's turn. And then basically when attacking, we get to play 1. And that basically sets us up to use Levier's effect to blow things up to smithereens. And then you have Dragomon basically on play when Digivolving. Your opponent plays a level 4 or lower Digimon from their trash to spend it without paying its cost. Any on plays do not activate. Then all turns when this Digimon is played by an effect, you may play 1 purple level 4 or less than or equal to that Digimon's trash from your trash without paying its cost. So definitely can set yourself up and really be powerful. But the main aspect of this deck is basically using Levimon X antibody, basically coming trash all turns when an opponent's Digimon or Tamer is played by an effect. One of your Levimon or your Digimon with X antibodies Digievolution may Digivolve into this card from your trash without paying its cost. So basically, we're going to set up an X antibody underneath any of our Digimon, level 5 Digimon, and then set up. Or if we have Levimon, we can just punish our opponent that way. But this thing has basically checks 3 security by itself, and then when Digivolving, if your opponent has as many or more Digimon and or Tamers, you delete one of your opponent's Tamers, then delete one of your opponent's level 3, level 5, and level 7. So basically you combo it with 7 Lightning, that'll delete the 4 and 6. So, complete board wipe. And then all turns when one of your Digimon Digivolves into Levimon, by returning this card to the bottom of the deck, delete one of your opponent's level 4 or level 6. Main by trashing 1 card in your hand, delete one of your opponent's level 4 or level 6. So 7 Lightning is really powerful. We like it a lot. And then we do have Biting Crush. This card is basically to help get your Levimon into the trash, because then you can play it when, opponent plays a Digimon by an effect. You get to play a Levy from your trash without paying its cost, and then it sets up and spirals out of control. But by trashing 1 card in your hand, delete one of your opponent's level 6 or lower. If a card with 7 Great Demon Lords traits was trashed by an effect, place this card into the battle area. So basically that delay effect is a ticking time bomb, scares the opponent away. But we have Levimon itself on play when Digivolving. If your opponent has equal or more Digimon and Tamers than you, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with the highest level, then delete one of your opponent's Digimon with the lowest level. And then all turns when an opponent's Digimon is deleted, gain a memory for each card deleted. What's really nasty about Levimon is the fact that it gets around, if they have multi-protection, they can only use it once in that stack, which is really powerful because you can't double protect if you've already used 1 protection. So just keep that in mind, that Levimon can really screw up a multi-protector because they can only activate it in 1 instance. So if they have that 1 single stack, you can remove both that instance. I love it. I think Levimon has a lot of potential and can be a really scary deck. So guys, let's see what we can do with Levimon here and now.
I guess we find out if we're going first or second. Let's find out.
Yeah.
Yeah. 6.
6.
Okay. I rolled 11.
I rolled an 8.
Yo, I get to go first. All right.
Not a
Shit.
people hand. Let's.
Right. All good.
Yep.
All right. We're going to hatch into Yokomon. It's time to believe that we can fly. I'll evolve into Biomon. Draw a card.
Yep.
We're gonna hard play an Akiho down. Give me 3. I reveal the top 4 cards on my deck. I would have loved that Sora, but sadly we don't live in that universe. We're gonna put the Garudamon into our hand here, and these 3 will go to bottom deck. Turn's yours. You are at 3.
Hatch Demimera, Digivolve into Gabu to draw me a card. Down and pass.
I'll promote up. Nothing to be gained here, but Beamon is going to swing in security for 1k.
8k. Bye-bye.
Oh man. Well, Yokomon, it's time for you to do your job. When my Digimon gets deleted, I get to bring a bird back from my trash back to my hand. We'll put that Beamon right back. And I think this time around, we're actually going to... I don't have a clean way of doing this, unfortunately, but I think I have no choice. I'm gonna hard play a Garudamon Ace down, giving you 1 on play, or on Digivolving, I play a Tamer down. I'll bring out the Akihorindo. Akihorindo's effect will reveal the top 4 cards on my deck. 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'll get the Garudamon back.
Okay.
These 3 will go to bottom. And when I play a Tamer, I get to delete one of my opponent's Digimon with Blocker. But you don't have any, so turn's yours.
Okay. Draw. For turn.
I know it sounds like just delete, but it has to be a blocker, sadly. Go ahead.
I'll even raising.
Fortunately for me.
Psychmon will. Is it a blocker or no?
No. I wish it was.
Psychmon's going to swing
was.
3k into security.
Sounds good. Security check. Garuda, it will die.
Okay. We're just going to go activate Biting Crunch here.
Oh, come on.
Get rid of Levy. And then Biting Crunch is now on this.
And you gain 3 memory for that, so I'm at 4. Nice.
Yeah.
Well, that was rude. I'll hatch into a Yoko. Alright. I'll evolve Yoko into Beomon, the new one from ST15. Draw a card. Or play the Garuda.
Okay.
Giving you 3. On play, I am allowed to play a cost 3 Tamer for free, so I'll bring out the Christy Damon. And Damon's effect will allow me to target the Garuda, and now until the end of your next turn, when this Digimon gets deleted, I get to play a Beomon from my hand, or trash, for free.
Okay. My turn?
Go ahead. Yeah.
We'll go Wisdom Training here. Look at the top 2.
Okay.
1, 2. We'll grab the Gabumon.
Okay.
Bottom it.
Alright.
And then we'll play Gabumon down. Go ahead.
Sounds good. Put me at 2, and I will draw for turn.
Yep.
Ooh, that's a good card. I will promote the Bio up here. Oh, excuse me.
Yep.
And then beginning of main phase, I'm allowed to discard a card from my hand. Look at the top 4. I kind of don't want to do that right now. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
But I should. I will discard the Bio from hand.
Okay.
And then by doing so, I'll get to look at up to the top 4 cards on my deck. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll get the Twin Wings of Love. Unfortunately, I'm losing a Omni for that, but it is what it is. I don't really have much choice in the matter. And now start a main phase. Thanks to the Christy Damon, I will be going to 3.
Yep.
Next, I will be evolving Garudamon into the Phoenixmon here, to putting you at 0, draw a card. Next up, I will probably just try and swing with Phoenixmon into security.
6k.
Alright, since the security was lost, I can activate my on deletion effect. That Biting Crunch is scary, so I will not be using my Phoenixmon's on deletion effect. Instead, I'll use Garudamon's, which is kill a 6k or less. I'll kill the Gabu.
Okay.
Alright. And next up, we will be swinging with Beamon into security.
7k.
It's definitely dead. On deletion, I'm allowed to bring back a Digimon that's a bird from my trash back to hand. What do we want here? I think I'll just get the Bio right back.
Okay.
It's a good card. Good card is pretty good. Or for Sora here. Give me 4. Go ahead.
Draw. Come on. But, you know what? We'll promote Gabumon up, gaining me a memory here.
Sounds good. You're at 5.
Yep. Or on play Dragomon.
Ooh, okay.
Dragomon's skill will force you to play your rookie that you have.
Nice. Do any on-plays trigger from this or no?
Any on-plays played by this effect do not activate.
That's a shame. Okay.
Yep. Now, here comes the fun part.
I'm terrified. I am not looking forward to this.
We'll play... Since you played a rookie, we'll play a rookie in response.
Yep.
We're gonna go for a Gabumon again, and then Biting Crunch activates.
Yes.
We're gonna go for Levier comes out to say hi.
And it just has an on play, doesn't he? That's pretty rude.
On play. If your opponent has equal or more Digimon or Tamers, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with the highest level, which will be Phoenixmon.
Phoenixmon does get deleted.
Delete one of your opponent's Digimon with the lowest level.
Oh, goodbye, Biomon.
And then I gain one memory for
this.
each. Yep.
Yep. And then finally, my on deletions will trigger. Oh, sorry. Do you have anything else?
Nope. That is all.
All right. Well, you do go back to 0, but I do have some on deletions. Garudamon's Inherit will allow me to kill a 6k or less. I'll kill the Gabumon you just played. I don't want you to get a free discard off of this. And then Phoenixmon's on deletion will trigger. Actually, before I decide on using Phoenixmon's on deletion, do you have a Levy X in trash?
Not yet.
Okay, great. If that's the case, then I will be playing out one from my hand. I'll be bringing out the Biomon, and then Biomon's effect when it comes into play. Just to make sure there's no anything that triggers after I do this, right? Or is there?
No.
Okay, cool. Then when Biomon comes out, I will be using its effect to bounce the Christy Damon into my hand, and then I'll get to evolve into the Garudamon yet again. Draw a card, and then on evolution, I'm allowed to play a Christy Damon back. And then Christy Damon will target the Garudamon, giving it the effect of, on deletion, I get to play a Biomon back.
Okay.
And that's it.
So, want to know some fun parts?
Sure.
We're going to pop the Wisdom Training.
Alright.
Did you evolve into Levier X?
Oh, he's just doing it normally! He's just doing it normally! Ah, okay, fair enough.
So, this is going to pop your, I think the smart play is that we are going to delete one of your Tamers. So, we'll get rid of the Sora.
Sora's good.
Yep, and then pops your Garudamon.
Oh, it still pops the Garuda as well?
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Then one.
Alright.
Then delete one of your opponent's 3, 5, and level 7. I don't have lightning in trash, so there wouldn't be anything more happening. But
gotcha.
So.
Alright, then Biamon's on deletion will trigger, allowing me to draw one card. And then finally, Biamon's effect will allow me to... the on deletion effect of Christy will allow me to bring out the Biamon back. And then Biamon will be brought out again, and then Biamon's effect will bounce the Christy to evolve into a Garudamon in my hand for free. I'll evolve into the Garudamon Ace, sadly, this time around, and I draw a card. On evolution, I get to play any Tamer down, and I'll bring back the Sora back.
Okay.
And that's all. Nothing's a blocker on the board, right?
Nope.
Yep, you're fine.
We're gonna tuck X antibody underneath the Drago.
Okay.
And then we're gonna Digivolve into Levier X again. Draw.
Sure. That's fine.
So this is a 6 cost evolve. Yep. But
Yep.
we're gonna pop, because you do have more than me by just 1. We're gonna pop the
That's
Sora.
rough. Yep.
And then your Garurumon Ace goes bye-bye.
Alright, very well. On deletion, I do get to draw a card at least. And then you overflow 3.
Yep. So you're
Alrighty.
at 2. Or...
Alright.
Oh no, you would be at 3.
3.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will draw. Well, that's a little unfortunate now, ain't it? We'll hatch into a
What do you mean? You're
Yoko
fine.
here.
I got just 2 Levier X antibodies just sitting out here just saying ready to high and play.
I see. I'm gonna evolve into Bio here and draw. This is just a little unfortunate, I gotta say. I don't know if there's anything I can do in this situation. Unfortunately. Doesn't look like it.
I mean, you really popped off at the beginning.
I did, and you came right back. So, not sure what I can do in this situation. I think I have no choice in the matter, to be honest. Yeah, it looks like I have no choice in the matter.
Slam down Ace.
We're going... no, actually. I think the best play right now is to do... We'll do Twin Wings of Love.
Yep.
Going down to 1.
Mm-hmm.
And I have to play a Christy Damon. And unfortunately, no Sora, because someone decided to blow both of them up. Didn't think this man had 2 of them, but it is what it is.
My hand was
I will then...
bricky.
Sure. Sure.
Yeah, and he's just staring down 2 Leviathan X's, and he's like, bricky, he says.
I'm just gonna hard play a Phoenix instead. Right down to 10. You do have 4 or less security. Less than 4 security, correct?
Yeah, I'm at 2.
Alright, and then because of that, I do get to delete one of your Digimon with the lowest DP. I will delete the Gabu.
Okay, skill.
But you are at 10.
Okay, draw a skill of Gabu, the Demi-Mera first, because you deleted something.
Yep.
I think... we'll get rid of the Waro C.
Okay.
Draw for turn.
Alright.
We'll hatch. I'm at 10, you said?
Yes, sir.
Why such a weird number? Tell me about Phoenixmon a little bit. What is his on deletion?
On deletion and on play, I can delete one of your Digimon with the lowest DP, so long as it's, you have 3 or less security. But if you have 4 or more security, I trash a security instead. And when Digivolving, that doesn't really matter.
Okay. First off, we'll play Gabumon, because why not?
Sure.
Play top 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. We get the Leviathan X.
Yep.
And then bottom is the Bloody Rest.
Yes.
So that was for 3.
Mm-hmm.
Let me think this through. Leviathan X will swing into security.
Alright.
For 3 checks.
Sounds good. Check 1, Akiho.
Yep.
On play, I reveal top 4 cards on my deck, get 1 red vaccine from among them into my hand. Sure, we'll get the Phoenix. These 3 go to bottom.
Yep.
And then, this goes to hand. Next check. Saber, 3rd check, Saber. That's where you guys were. You guys took way too long to show up. I needed you guys way earlier. Oh well.
Yep. Greymon Ruin Mode to draw me a card.
Nice.
So for 5, we're down to what now again?
2.
2. Okay. Ruin Mode will swing into security. There is the blanketed mine minus 5k. So.
Yep. And that's it. Check. It's a Christie.
Yep.
Nothing happens.
And then we'll pop it, just so you can't do any. It's only 10k, dude. Why would Phoenix?
His effect is after he attacks, he deletes something.
Oh yeah, he does delete it, but there's a blanket 10k. Recovery 1.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. On deletion of the Phoenix, I will be deleting the Gabumon X.
Yep. And then, at this point, yeah, I think 5, 3, we did 8, right?
Yeah, you paid 8 so far, correct.
Okay. We'll just do Garurumon here, just to stop any Phoenixmon shenanigans.
Give me 4 and that's it?
Yep.
I'll draw. Alright,
Theo dies, here. So that's the good part.
Yes, let's think here. It's a minus 10k to board, right?
Yep.
I don't think I have anything I can do in this situation, sadly. Doesn't look like it. We'll promote the Bio. It will die using the on deletion of the Yokomon's effect. I'll get the Phoenixmon back.
Yep.
And yeah, not really much we can do in the situation, unfortunately. It looks like the best play is to just I think the best play is to just give you 6 and play another Phoenixmon down. Okay. On play, I will delete the lowest DP. You go to 7, go ahead.
Yep, draw for turn. And then game.
Yep. Brickier hand, but it was at least a good match, I think. And it was really well shown off with you guys. So guys, hopefully you enjoy it. Stay tuned for more Digimon Tri-Cup. Now we're tied up again. So I'm excited. So guys, stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll catch you next one. Peace!